right. How do we feel? Do we need the microphone? I'm happy to. Are we recording? Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. So, here's where we're going for the rest of the day. We're talking social media for a while. We're going to spend maybe 45 minutes on social media. And then Tim gets to come back up and do email marketing and crisis communications. And then I'll touch on Safe Sanctuary, and we'll both go over some tools and resources. So we have about 2 hours left and a lot to cover. First of all, I want to do a little poll to see where we're using social media, what platforms we're using. So let's do a raise of hands. Who's using Facebook? On behalf of your church. Whose church is using Facebook? Okay. What about Instagram? A little, sure. Twitter? YouTube? TikTok? You use it. Do you post or do you just view?
I post videos, yeah.
Cool. All right. I want to hear about that. Snapchat. Great. I'm going to be honest, this is probably the first room of Methodist pastors where anyone has said yes to TikTok. So, all right. I'm into it. I love it. That's about as I would have expected. Twitter. I don't see a lot of churches using Twitter, some of the really large mega churches. But other than that, there's not a lot of local church involvement on Twitter. TikTok, I mentioned, not a lot. Snapchat, I just say don't do it, stay away from it. Facebook is the big one, right? Facebook is the one where you almost feel like you have to have a presence on Facebook, right? YouTube is close to that, maybe. There's certainly a pressure to have a presence on YouTube. Instagram is maybe hit or miss, right? Depending on your size, depending on your congregation. Maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. I would say, my opinion would be you have to have a pretty good reason not to have a presence on Facebook as a church. I don't care what you do as a person, as an individual. As a church, I would say you have to have a pretty good reason not to have a presence on Facebook. So let's do some quick big picture social media strategy. Consistency and quantity over quality, which seems at face value problematic. But let me clarify. Social media, having an effective ministry on social media is all about consistency, creating expectation, and going against expectation. So using social media, posting, communicating in a way that your audience gets used to, and then breaking that. Both of those things are effective. You want your audience to expect certain types of content from you. And that's good because then if they're looking for information and they know that you consistently post it on Facebook, then they'll go to Facebook to get that information. And they're used to that. They're used to seeing that information on their Facebook feed. Then, when you post something out of the ordinary, that sticks out. So there's value in consistency and expectation, and there's value in breaking the mold. Quantity over quality, sometimes it's just about your presence. About midweek, it's a Tuesday afternoon, and Jennifer, who's a mom at your church, is picking up her kids from